If I could talk to my 50-year-old self, I would tell her that it's not just one thing you need to be focused on. And the reason that I'm saying that is because we have this notion, at least I did, that it was getting my mind around one thing and doing one thing and it would cure everything, and it's just not true. What we need to do is start to begin to notice and become aware of what it is that we're trying to accomplish. For example, I was obsessed with how much I weighed forever and ever. I thought about it all the time. I was concerned however much I weighed in the morning was going to dictate how I felt the rest of the day. And believe me, I have been a pendulum all over the place from here to there. I have gained and lost 100 pounds. But I will tell you this, when I stopped looking at the scale and started instead seeing myself as a performer, as an athlete, as someone who has muscle and has capability and has talent for sports, it changed everything because I was less concerned about my weight and more concerned about my performance. I became interested in defeating myself so that I could perform better. I became interested in training in the gym so I could become stronger. And I became interested in learning what I could about the sport and having the right attitude on the courts so that I could really do well and place in tournaments, etc. And all of this has come to fruition. Instead of struggling and saying, oh gosh, I got to go do a spin class today, or I got to do something, and just hating it and gritting my teeth, I became very, very invested in myself and in my sport, pickleball, by the way. But here I am at 67 years old. I was 50 and completely dwelling always, constantly on how much I weighed and what I looked like, not how I did and how I could be better and how becoming an athlete would completely change everything around. Anyway, I wanted to share that with you just in case you're stuck on that and worried about everything and you think about what you weigh all the time. Maybe pull back a little bit and start thinking about something that you love and something that you want to become. Because becoming an athlete in my 60s has completely changed this whole idea of how much I weigh, and instead has changed me into thinking about how I perform on the courts. And that's a whole different perspective and a whole lot healthier too.